Hi and welcome back to my channel, The Malinese. I'm still Marlene, I'm still your host, and today we will be talking about maternity clothing. Do you really need it? Is it necessary? And I will be sharing my personal opinion, my personal experiences with you, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, no, it's not necessary. But that's coming from someone who's, well, I would say an average size. I'm not overly skinny, I'm not overly big, and my clothing is generally more on the baggy side of things. My man calls it hippie clothing. I call it comfortable clothing. However, my comfortable clothing is, I would say, more on the functional side and not always representable. So for those of you who wish to have clothing that is a little bit more presentable, like when you're facing your in-laws or you're going to a meeting and you need to look like a human, I do have maternity clothing for that. I don't have an awful lot of shirts or pants. I actually bought 2 shirts, 2 pants, and that's about it. And as you may know, I am, well, was an athlete. Right now I don't feel like an athlete, I feel more like a seal. I bought a, what's it called? Maternity support belt. So at week 30, I went for a run around the block, 7 kilometers, and that was fine, only that my more or less visible bump, a 2-kilo baby on the inside, decided to bounce up and down, up and down, up and down on mommy's bladder. So I decided in preparation of my Spartan race, I should possibly invest in something that keeps the belt a little bit more in place. So I'm going to show you what I bought. Basically, I put everything on an hour ago already to let you see what the support belt did to me. Nothing bad, really. Anyways, I'm going to show you. So, number 1, this is my maternity shirt. Generally, I would suggest or recommend against buying anything in white because as you're progressing in your pregnancy, you're not only getting bigger, but you're also getting clumsier. So I spend more time washing chocolate and coffee out of my shirt than actually wearing the shirt. Okay, anyways, so this is what it looks like from behind. So they're trying to make you look a little bit more feminine. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take it off because I'm already melting. It's all very sweet. I'm not the most ladylike person, so I would be more grateful if they invented something like that that didn't make me look like, you know, the classical mum. So, anyways, then, what you will be needing, maternity clothing wise, is this. My boobicles, they used to be, you can't really see this from here, can you? Well, I used to be flat. I used to be famous for being flat, and I was happy being flat. And the moment you become pregnant, it just goes gazongas, boobicles. And so you might want to invest in bigger sized bras. I personally, because as a sportswoman, I like sports bras and I like the extra support, I opted for, where is it? There we go. Under Armour. This is not product placement. I wish Under Armour paid me for this, but Under Armour did not. The reason why I opted for this is because it opens to the front. As you're growing, keep in mind there are glands in here, and they will hurt. So every time you have to do this, you want to die a little bit. Since you only have to here, zip, open this, you can just take it off like a jacket and be done with it. Now then, I have, we'll go down a little bit, maternity pants. So you have a normal fabric down here, and then elastic down here, and then mummy is playing silly faces anyways. What you can't see right now, I don't think. Well, I'm going to come closer. Look at mummy's smiley face. That's mummy's baby looking through. So the elastic has left its imprint and my belly is like heaps itchy. It's not pleasant. So if you're going for maternity pants, I suppose they all come with this elastic because it's supposed to adjust to the growing belly size. I personally, maybe it's just the material, I would prefer it to be not filled with grooves. I personally don't like this. I don't usually wear this. So we're going to take this off. Ugh. And when you're 35 weeks pregnant, putting on clothes or taking off clothes is a workout in itself. There we go. So this is the maternity support belt. Maternity support belt. Yeah, that's what it's called. And these are my yoga pants, which I will happily recommend. Anyways, maternity support belt. They possibly all have individual names for the parts, but I don't know the names. So this, I'm just going reversed. So this goes on top of the belly, and with a Velcro attaches to the side. I suppose this is supposed to just hold the belly down so it doesn't go up and down, up and down, up and down. So we take this off. And then there is the back support. As you can see, these are, woohoo, this is supposed to be fortified, and it is a little bit fortified in the seams, but it doesn't really support my back. As you can see, it actually folds over, bends over easily. So it's not really doing what it's supposed to do. I suppose it does correct my, where we are, it supports my posture a little bit, but not sufficiently. And so we're taking this off. Again, Velcro, beep, and beep. And this is what it looks like once you've taken it off. And since I've worn this for a while, you can see there is actually just little support. It actually folds into your fat. So I cannot recommend this. If you want to go for this, try to look for something that is a lot more stable here. And then the belly support. I assume I bought this a little bit too big because there's this whole thing hanging off to the side. I bought this in L. I should have bought it in M or S. This is supposed to keep your belly up. So while I was running, basically, looks so cute here. While I was running, basically, I felt the baby on the inside jumping up and down on my bladder. Basically, imagine you're drinking 3 liters of water and you can't go to the toilet. That's basically what it feels like. Okay, so we're taking this off. All right, and now you can see the entire drama, and that's why I don't like it. There we go, here. You see the entire imprint of the support belt, and it's super itchy. I want to die a little bit. So what I prefer, and what I would recommend, is just yoga pants, like not the skin tight yoga pants, just the inside yoga pants, in which you can, move around a little bit. You can also do this and play Ninja Baby. Again, not product placement. Under Armour did not pay me for this, but please, Under Armour, if you're watching this, do pay me for this. This is awesome. I do have yoga pants from Under Armour. They're not entirely cheap, but the upside of having sports items as maternity clothes is obviously you can reuse them. They are not just limited to maternity purposes. And then finally, if it comes to underwear, again, it's a personal preference thing. I did not change my underwear around, but I'm, again, not one of those that wear G-strings or tooth floss between their cheeks. I wear normal, well, okay, maybe not normal, I'll wear swimmers because I swim a lot. And maybe you should not be wearing swimmers either because they're not really breathable, which can become a little, Stinky. Yeah. If you have cotton underwear, that'll do just fine. I see a lot of those granny undies that go across the, whoops, there we are, that go up to here, up, they're covering the belly button. As you can see, there we go, you can't see my underwear. There. It's not visible, but just to show you, I am wearing underwear, it's just here. It's obviously a little tight. I was, again, an average size before. I was not overly skinny, I was not overly big. I do feel like a beached whale most of the time now. But I did not overly invest in anything particular to feel more comfortable. I would really say buy maternity clothing only if you need to look like a human. If you're facing maybe the President of the United States and he has absolutely no understanding for the fact that you're pregnant. I do have a dress, and that's it. And I do wear my maternity clothing basically only if I'm facing my in-laws, because I'm tattooed and they don't need to see my tattoos. And that's the only reason that I have those things. Then again, I do live in the tropics, so for me it's a little different. Then, last thing, shoes. Again, I live in the tropics, so I can wear thongs or slippers or sandals or jandals or flip-flops or whatever you want to call them. Obviously, that's very comfy. A word of warning here, they don't have much arch support. Let me show you what happens if... Okay, this... Oh God, I need to clean my floor. Anyways, let's face this way. Where's my foot? There's my foot. Okay, arch support is here in the middle. In flip-flops, thongs, jandals, sandals, slippers, whatever you want to call them, you don't have much arch support. And if you're waddling like me, chances are you'll end up with really ugly plantar fasciitis. It is not visible, it just really hurts a lot. Try to go for flat shoes with arch support. If you have shoelaces, if you're one of those lucky ones, you can actually tie your own shoelaces. For me, it's more like a workout. Not that I mind workouts, I love workouts, but I don't want my workout to be tying up my shoelaces, if you get what I mean. Anyways, so if you wish to buy maternity clothing, it's entirely up to you. There is no real necessity. You can just easily buy everything a size bigger. So I was a size M before. I now have clothing in size L and sometimes XL. XL is very comfortable. L is very comfortable. So if you just go one size up, you'll be fine. And I need to breathe. 35 weeks of pregnancy. Seriously, I'm short of breath. I'm sweating just by talking. Anyways, I hope this was a little bit educational for you. The baby face does not really have anything to do with the video. I just thought it was funny. Anyways, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer everything.